It's official. Absolute Green Arrow is happening. Here's what we know so far. The comic is going to be written by Pornsek Pichetshote, which we already knew he was going to be doing something in the Absolute Universe. Apparently, this is it. Kind of a surprise. A lot of people were thinking Absolute Catwoman was coming. Looks like Absolute Hawkman is somewhere in the picture, although maybe not going to have his own book. What I'm really excited about the most is the art. It's going to be by Raphael Albuquerque, who was supposed to be doing the art for Absolute Superman, but then massive flooding happened in his home country of Brazil. So it's good to see that he is still going to get to hang out in the Absolute Universe and do some work there. Absolute Green Arrow is going to be, it's going to launch as a 6-issue limited series in the spring, but it seems safe to say that if it does as well as everything else in the Absolute line has done, it's going to end up being an ongoing book. So, what's Oliver Queen? What's his deal in the Absolute Universe? Is he going to be poor like Absolute Batman? No. He's going to be rich, a billionaire, big time, and that's why he's going to make his first appearance in Al Ewing's one-shot Absolute Evil #1. Pichetshote says, you've seen these powerful, rich people on the outskirts of the Absolute Universe. Now, for the first time, they're actually meeting, and it sounds like Green Arrow's going to be there, but he's not going to like what he sees. DC's description says in Absolute Evil, Ra's al Ghul, Veronica Cale, Hector Hammond, Eleanor Thawne, and the mysterious Joker are no longer working at cross purposes, but an insidious betrayal from within threatens to unravel everything they've built. Sounds like that's where Green Arrow comes in. What can we expect from this new Oliver? So far, the preview art does not reveal much. I mean, you can kind of get an idea of the art if you're not familiar with Albuquerque's style. But based on what we know about Pichetshote's writing from The Good Asian and Infidel, here's what I would expect from his take on Absolute Green Arrow. First off, probably a hard-boiled tone with some socio-political undercurrents, which that's kind of par for the course in the Absolute Universe. But The Good Asian wove kind of a noir mystery with racial politics and immigrant identity. So I would expect a Green Arrow series that brings some of that, kind of has a gritty, atmospheric feel with obviously the class conflict and the injustice, which again, that's the Absolute Universe in a nutshell. Broken systems, flawed heroes. That's the next thing. And again, par for the course. Absolute Universe kind of just built for this particular writer. He likes characters who are wrestling with institutional decay. And Oliver Queen, I would imagine he'll be a guy who's trying to do good in spite of the structural difficulties of this really bizarre dark side universe that we're living in. So obviously the vigilante thing is going to be big, probably going to have some kind. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if in his past there are some things that he feels guilty about, or maybe where he didn't handle things the way even we would have liked him to. Maybe the lines have become blurred in this Absolute Universe. So maybe an Occupy Wall Street kind of those themes, which at this point I think of them more as just Absolute Universe themes: corruption, tech billionaires, power imbalances, just the huge. Third, strong supporting cast, and all of them having their own secrets. Like, don't expect Oliver Queen to be the only person who you're invested in. In The Good Asian, every side character had their own agency, their own backstory, their own secrets and drama. So I would expect Pichetshote's Green Arrow to shine a light on some cool characters that maybe we don't always pay enough attention to. Roy Harper, Miko, Dinah, and maybe they're not on Oliver's side at first. Maybe they are. I don't know. We'll see. Finally, I would expect stylish narration and some sort of a genre mashup. He writes with, uh, he definitely has a literary feel to his writing. And if you ask me, that's one of the best parts about Absolute Martian Manhunter, to see somebody else coming in here with from that angle is exciting. I would expect to see some kind of a genre feel to it, which that's my favorite. I love genre fiction, meaning, like Western stuff, sci-fi stuff, superhero stuff. But I also like it when people elevate it. And that's what I expect to see in this version of Green Arrow. Bottom line, it should be smart. It should be grounded. We'll see how grounded it can be in terms of realism. I wouldn't, hopefully, it won't. I don't think that would be an issue for this one. I know that's always a fear with comic books, but I think grounded in terms of emotionally grounded. That's what we'll see, with some moral questions and a focus on justice. I am looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. I will be surprised if it's not. Again, if you just look at everything, it will be, if it's not great, it'll be the first Absolute Universe comic book to not be great. What do you think? How does this sound compared to the other pitches we've heard? A lot of people have been wanting to see Absolute Green Arrow, and a lot of them had their own ideas for how it should be. So, what do you think about this idea of we're getting an Absolute Green Arrow who's going to come in and maybe um, stir things up by breaking off from the other billionaires in the Absolute Universe? I'm excited to learn more. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to follow along with me, and check out some of my other videos, see what you think.